Every generation has an artist who doesn't just perform music, but redefines culture itself. For the past 2 decades, that artist in South Korea has been G-Dragon. Rapper, singer, songwriter, fashion icon, cultural disruptor. He's been called the king of K-pop, and for good reason. Now in 2025, he's back on the global stage with his long-awaited Übermensch World Tour. For fans, this isn't just a concert. It's the return of a legend who has shaped the way we see K-pop idols, the way we see fashion, and even the way we see beauty. But here's the question fans keep asking. How has G-Dragon's face evolved over the years? From a mischievous boy with soft features to a sharp, almost untouchable style god, his transformation has fascinated millions. Did he ever get cosmetic procedures, or is it just makeup, fashion, and aging? And more importantly, how did he turn into one of the most iconic, most handsome figures in modern pop culture? Today, we'll break it all down, era by era, year by year. So by the end, you'll understand not only how G-Dragon changed, but why he became a legend. Trainee years, the foundation of a king. Let's rewind to the beginning. Ji-yong, better known as G-Dragon, was born in 1988 in Seoul. He didn't just stroll into fame, he trained for years, starting as a child under SM Entertainment and later YG Entertainment. Imagine being 8 years old and already living the life of a trainee. Dance, vocal lessons, diet restrictions, and a schedule that would break most adults. Early photos show a boy with a naturally sharp jawline, cat-like eyes, and yes, a mischievous, cheeky smile that would later become part of his charm. But something else stands out: his skin. Even as a kid, it looked clear, radiant, and camera-ready. In K-pop trainee culture, skincare isn't optional. It's a requirement. Trainees often get facials, acne treatments, and whitening masks to prepare them for stage lights. So while genetics gave G-Dragon his core features, dermatology and consistent care gave him a flawless canvas. Here's the thing. Many idols start with basic treatments, but G-Dragon was already showing signs of understanding how to leverage grooming into his future persona. Even at 12 or 13, he was laying down the foundation of a look that could evolve into multiple styles without losing his core identity. That's the first secret. A strong base matters more than any contouring or styling trick. Big Bang debut, boyish charm with star potential. So, 2006, Big Bang officially debuts. This is the point where G-Dragon stops being just a promising trainee and starts becoming the public persona we know today. Imagine being 18 under harsh stage lights, performing complex choreographies, and suddenly, millions of people are watching you for the very first time. Intimidating? Absolutely. But G-Dragon? Calm, composed, and already commanding attention. His face during this era is still youthful, slightly rounded. That subtle baby fat in his cheeks gives him a playful, approachable charm. You can tell he's not yet the chiseled icon he becomes later, but the foundation is there. Defined jawline, symmetrical features, and expressive eyes that convey mischief and confidence all at once. And let's talk about his skin. Because yes, even back then, his skin stood out. K-pop trainees undergo rigorous skincare routines from an early age, and G-Dragon's routine was likely no joke. Regular cleansing, facials, acne treatments, and masks to keep his skin smooth under the unforgiving stage lights. Even as a teen, he had that radiant idol glow, which helped him stand out among other rookies. Big Bang's debut-era styling leaned heavily into streetwear-inspired hip-hop. Oversized jackets, baggy pants, snapbacks, chunky sneakers, and chunky jewelry. And here's the thing. When paired with his natural facial symmetry and radiant skin, even the oversized baggy hoodies looked effortlessly stylish. It's like the clothes didn't wear him, he wore the clothes. But there's more to G-Dragon's debut-era appeal than just looks. His charisma is palpable. Even in early performances, he had this magnetism, an ability to draw the eye without trying too hard. That, combined with subtle grooming and care, laid the groundwork for him to become the visual and musical centerpiece of Big Bang. Now, you might be thinking, yes, he's cute now, but the transformation later is insane. How did he go from soft-faced teen to almost otherworldly icon? Well, that's coming next, and it's a masterclass in style, grooming, and non-invasive enhancements that don't alter the natural features we just described. Heartbreaker era, the first big transformation. 2009. This is the year that really flips the switch. G-Dragon releases Heartbreaker, his first solo album, and the world collectively loses its mind. Suddenly, the boyish teen from Big Bang has transformed into a full-blown pop culture phenomenon. First, let's talk hair. Platinum blonde, almost shocking in its intensity. Hair color in K-pop isn't just aesthetic, it changes the entire perception of the face. Blonde tones bring out the angles of the jawline, the sharpness of cheekbones, and even the whites of the eyes. And paired with subtle styling, it gives that ethereal, larger-than-life vibe. Then there's makeup. Stage makeup during Heartbreaker is dramatic but precise. Contouring on the cheekbones to enhance structure, eyeliner to elongate his eyes and create a piercing gaze, and subtle highlight to make skin look luminous. It's like the lighting was designed for him alone. But what about the skin itself? Around this time, it's likely G-Dragon began experimenting with non-invasive dermatology treatments common in K-pop. Laser facials to smooth texture and stimulate collagen. Hydration boosters like hyaluronic acid injections to maintain that plump, dewy look. Brightening facials to keep the porcelain glow consistent under studio lights and camera flashes. These treatments are subtle. They don't reshape the face. They just enhance what's already there, which is exactly what G-Dragon needed at this stage. Oh, and weight management. During Heartbreaker, he slimmed down, which naturally sharpened his jawline and reduced any remaining teen roundness in the face. Combined with makeup and lighting, the result? A face that looks dramatically more sculpted, photogenic, and almost untouchable. Now, the Heartbreaker era wasn't just about transformation, it was about identity establishment. This is the era where G-Dragon begins to experiment with image, signaling to the public that he's not just another idol. He's the start of a trend, the first glimpse of a style icon in the making. By the time Heartbreaker promotions ended, fans weren't just following his music. They were following his entire aesthetic, from hair to skin to facial expression. And that, my friends, is the beginning of his iconic visual branding. One of a kind, coup d'etat, the shapeshifter. Alright, fast forward a few years. Now we're in 2012 to 2014, the era of one of a kind and coup d'etat. This is where G-Dragon stops playing by the rules completely. If Heartbreaker was the rockstar awakening, this is the chameleon arrives. The visuals during this time? Insane. Think. Neon braids, bold mullets, and gender-blurring fashion that made every photo shoot a cultural event. He's rocking everything from oversized streetwear to high-fashion couture, and yet somehow, it all feels inherently him. Let's break down his face evolution here. Fans notice sharper cheekbones, a slightly more angular jawline, and skin that remained unbelievably clear. Did he get surgery? No, what likely happened was non-invasive skin tightening treatments like thermage or therapy to subtly lift and firm the face. Stage contouring and highlight to exaggerate angles under harsh lighting. Moisture and collagen boosters to maintain the glow during intense performance schedules. Weight fluctuations and hair color also played a huge role. Dark hair can soften a face, while blonde or vibrant colors bring forward the angles. Slimming down before high-intensity performances naturally elongated his features, giving him that almost sculpted look. But here's the crucial thing, it wasn't just aesthetics. The one-of-a-kind era was identity experimentation. Every change in hairstyle, makeup, or styling was also a statement. I am not confined by expectations. The face became a canvas to communicate confidence, rebellion, and creativity. This era cemented his status as a style icon, not just a music icon. Fans weren't just talking about the songs, they were dissecting his outfits, hairstyles, stage presence, and how each visual element complemented his facial features. G-Dragon became a blueprint for the next generation of idols. Confident, versatile, and unmistakably iconic. Maid era and military pause. Maturity and preservation. 2015, the Maid era. Big Bang is back, and G-Dragon is in his late 20s, transitioning from the playful chameleon of earlier years into a more mature, confident icon. If you compare his face to the Heartbreaker and Coup d'etat eras, you'll notice subtle shifts. His jawline is more defined, cheekbones slightly sharper, and his eyes have this calm, piercing gaze. Nothing artificial, just the natural refinement of age paired with disciplined self-care. Around this time, he likely started incorporating more advanced dermatology routines. Fans and experts often speculate on subtle treatments that K-pop stars use to maintain a camera-ready look without changing their core features. For G-Dragon, this probably included laser resurfacing and facials. These smooth out texture, fade minor pigmentation, and stimulate collagen production. Perfect for someone constantly under harsh stage lights and camera flashes. Hydration fillers or skin boosters. Tiny hyaluronic acid injections that add plumpness to cheeks and maintain that youthful glow. These don't alter bone structure but keep the skin dewy and soft. Preventive Botox. Not for dramatic facial changes, but to keep early fine lines at bay, especially around the forehead and eyes. Ideal for someone expressive on stage. Meanwhile, his style was evolving too. Gone were the neon braids and experimental mullets. In came sleek cuts, tailored pieces, and luxury brand collaborations. Every outfit complemented the angles of his face, reinforcing that natural refinement. Then came 2018, the military enlistment. In K-pop, this is a big deal. You're literally disappearing from the public eye, and fans brace themselves for changes in appearance, voice, and presence. 2 years later, when G-Dragon returned, there was a slight softness to his face. A little more fullness around the cheeks and under the eyes, subtle, natural, human. Fans noticed, but it didn't take away from his iconic aura. In fact, it added maturity and depth. During this hiatus, the groundwork he'd laid with skincare and subtle treatments ensured that his return was seamless. His face had aged gracefully like a high-quality piece of art that gained character without losing its original beauty. That's the secret of G-Dragon. Consistency over time, combined with intelligence in how he maintains his look. But here's the kicker. While his face evolved, he didn't just rely on physical appearance. His personality, artistry, and cultural influence grew exponentially. Military service gave him perspective, and his return wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement. G-Dragon is more than a face. He's a global phenomenon. Übermensch era, the refined icon at 36. Fast forward to 2025. G-Dragon is 36, and honestly, his look is stunning. Not just handsome, untouchable. His jawline is precise, cheekbones prominent, and skin flawless. But here's the thing, it's not because of major surgery. It's a combination of years of disciplined skincare, subtle dermatology treatments, weight management, and styling mastery. Every minor enhancement is meant to preserve, not alter. That's why even at 36, he can switch hairstyles, colors, and makeup looks without losing his iconic identity. His style reflects this refinement. Gone are the over-the-top experimental fashion choices of the coup d'etat era. Now he's strategic. Tailored suits, high-end brands, runway collaborations, each outfit amplifies his facial features, aura, and stage presence. Minimalist but striking, confident but approachable. And this era highlights something important about celebrity evolution. The most iconic faces aren't static. They change with time, but the evolution feels natural, deliberate, and authentic. G-Dragon's face tells a story, from rebellious teen to experimental artist to polished global icon, all while staying recognizable and magnetic. Why G-Dragon became legendary? Beyond looks. Now let's address the elephant in the room. G-Dragon's legend status isn't just about his face. Yes, people obsess over the jawline and cheekbones, but the reality is far more layered. His legacy is built on a combination of talent, artistry, cultural influence, and charisma. Music mastery. G-Dragon is a composer, producer, and performer. BIGBANG's hits aren't just catchy, they're culturally defining. He shapes the sound of K-pop, influencing both the industry and upcoming artists globally. Fashion influence. From streetwear to Chanel runway appearances, he sets trends. Airports became fashion runways whenever he traveled, and his risk-taking with hairstyles, colors, and wardrobe taught the industry that idols could be chameleons. Bold, fearless, and iconic. Confidence and reinvention. Every era, he commits fully. Heartbreaker blonde, Coup d'etat's neon rebel, Maid's polished king, Übermensch refined. Each transformation is intentional and fully realized. Fans recognize dedication, and that magnetism extends beyond aesthetics. Cultural timing. G-Dragon arrived when global interest in K-pop was growing, but he wasn't just following trends, he created them. He influenced music, fashion, and fan culture, becoming a blueprint for what a modern K-pop artist could be. Even when fans focus on his face, what they're really reacting to is the total package. Music, fashion, personality, presence, and charisma, all amplified by subtle, intelligent enhancements to his skin and overall appearance. His face evolution is a story of preservation, refinement, and intentionality, not alteration. And that's what sets him apart. While many idols may rely on makeup or surgery for temporary changes, G-Dragon mastered timelessness. His face tells a story of growth, maturity, and artistry, complementing his larger-than-life persona. That combination? It's what makes him truly legendary. So here's the verdict. Did G-Dragon get major cosmetic surgery? His nose, eyes, and jawline remain natural. The evolution we see across the eras is the result of disciplined skincare and dermatology treatments for clarity, firmness, and hydration. Subtle, non-invasive procedures like laser facials, skin boosters, and preventive Botox. Strategic styling, hair, makeup, and wardrobe choices. Weight management and healthy aging practices. Complete mastery over his persona and how he presents to the world. This isn't vanity. This is craftsmanship. The work of an artist who understands how every visual element interacts with personality, music, and culture. G-Dragon's face, style, and identity are in perfect harmony. So which era do you love the most? Heartbreaker's platinum blonde rock star? Coup d'etat's neon chameleon? Maid's polished refinement? Or the Übermensch king of today? Drop your thoughts below, and while you're at it, check out your own face in the mirror. G-Dragon's evolution isn't just a story of looks. It's a story of discipline, creativity, and smart self-care that anyone can learn from. The man is a living, breathing masterclass in personal branding, artistry, and aesthetic evolution. And now, as he embarks on his world tour, it's safe to say, the untouchable king is back. And we're all here for it. With his world tour kicking off soon, let's all wish him nothing but success. I can't wait to see him light up stages around the world and continue inspiring millions with his music, style, and charisma. If you enjoyed this deep dive into G-Dragon's journey, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video like this. Comment below with your favorite G-Dragon era. I want to hear what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.